Hello Leos, this is your tarot reading for May 2020. So this is for Leos. Let me just bring that in a little further. That's right. Okay. So hopefully you'll be able to see all the cards properly there now. So just to clarify, this is for Leos May 2020 reading. So we'll start off with the oracle cards. We'll move over to the tarot. So let's just put these aside and we'll start shuffling the cards for you. Let's start off with these lovely ones. I don't know if you can hear that meowing in the background. That's my cat Peter, who has just been absent for the last hour, and as soon as I start reading decides he wants to come in and be part of it. So we'll see what happens with him, if he's going to show his face or if he's not. Let's see. Okay. So how I work is, if one doesn't jump out, we take the top. Okay. So there's the top one coming out. Obsidian. Okay, so let's look at obsidian. So the keywords for obsidian is truth, reveal, grounding, process. So yes, it is a very grounding stone, obsidian. I've used it myself. It's really lovely to use. Let's show you the card. It's that kind of stone that as soon as you touch it, you think, oh, and you almost feel the pull, a bit like hematite. But it's the energy of it is, it just brings you down to earth. It brings you the clarity and seeing the truth of a situation. So if you're struggling, which obviously this card is saying that this month for Leos is going to be one of them months of struggling to see the truth in a situation or to see what's going on around you. There'll be a lot of things, a lot of, let's say illusions, but maybe the way your mind's thinking because of this whole pandemic thing, you're overthinking things. So this, holding a piece of obsidian, will help you ground and see the truth. So the wording on the card, it says, drawing this card signifies that the truth of the situation will soon be revealed. It's literally exactly as what I've just said. Look within yourself. Do you already know the answer? So possibly yes. That's quite funny that all that happened then, but we'll lay this one here just for the moment. Let's Isis cards next. These stunning. These really nice cards. If you've not worked with Isis or prayed or meditated, she's a good one to work with. She's another one, she tells you as it is, straight, quite straight, gives you the situation on a plate. There it is. This is what you need to do. Okay. Peter is now leaning against me. He did this before in a previous reading. Leaning against my back. He's a monkey, aren't you? Just come away. Okay, so let's see what Isis Oracle has to say. Okay, Divine Guardian. Protection of the Winged Mother. Sorry, let's show that to you there. This card is basically saying to you, spirit around you are looking after you, they're protecting you. Like I say, try and work with her. If you're good at meditation, or you find meditation relaxing, call her name during meditation. You'll find messages, personal messages there for you, Leos. We'll see what else comes up with the reading, and then we'll come back to that card. So let's look at these ones. These are free cards that I got, free oracle cards. Front of a magazine, would you believe it? Soul and Spirit magazine. Jenny Smedley is the artist that designed these. There's our top one of those. Imitation. Don't copy. Innovate. Be yourself, Leos. There's going to be something this month that's it's going to be about being yourself. So people are going to try and push you to be something else, but be yourself. That's how I'm wanting to say it. So the last of our oracle cards now. What I'd say, just looking at those three there, I feel like you have a realisation this month. You have to be yourself. You've got to stop trying to please everybody. It is a difficult time we're in. And I suppose if some of you are feeling lonely, that you know, reaching out to people that you wouldn't normally reach out to, that can happen. So then you tend to, you know, maybe try and fit in with them. Never ever try and fit in and be somebody else that you're not. Always be yourself. There's always people out there that want to be a part of your life. Okay. So, your Two of Gabriel. Okay. Let's see what this says. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Again, making sure that you're joining with people that share the same values as you. There's no good comes from compromising yourself. No good at all. I think often it's easy to think, oh, well, I don't have to show that side of myself. But, you know, see, cards are dropping out for you everywhere now. I live a very, very alternative life. Alternative to the extremes sometimes, that I'd go from one extreme to the other. And people find it very difficult to understand where my motivation comes from. But, you know, I do what I please and I'm not harming anybody. I'm working for the good and that's what I do, you know. And that's what I feel like for you, Leo. You've got to, as long as you're not harming anybody, there's no, you know, there's no harm in just being yourself. So let's see. As I said before in previous readings, I'm not reading reversed on these astrology ones, not this time anyway. Okay, right, this set of cards, this is one of my favourite sets of cards that I use. Now, this devil, I love this devil. I love it. Let's show it to you. Yeah. Embracing her power. What it's about, rather than it saying, right, break the chains, you know, you're in a repeating pattern, what I feel with that image, it's saying to you, embrace what you have. Be absolutely at one with yourself, with anything, even things that you think, these are my failings, this is what I'm not good at, blah, 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 all that kind of thing. You embrace that because that is you. And you actually break the chains, you break your constraints by embracing the whole full you and not hiding from any part of it. And if people don't like it, let them walk away. You've got the Lovers there. The Lovers is your second one there. The Lovers is, it's people wanting to come in, be part of your life. There's somebody special there for you. If you're already in a relationship, that could be either partnership or it could be somebody becoming closer to you. You know, sort of, it's a deeper bond. This is your giving and receiving card. What you put in, you get out. Your Temperance is going with the flow. So let's see. Let's start with the Devil. I do like the Devil card in this set because it is just saying to you, the only thing that holds you back is often your own thoughts and mindset. So once you embrace every part of yourself, you're set free. And she sat there amongst that fire. She's in control. Oh, there's you are. There's your strength, spirit. This is another card, this. Spirit is behind you. Look at that spirit there behind. Stood behind, holding you up. Spirit are saying, we accept you. You need to accept yourself. So again, there's something here of that where, straight away. Okay, the King of Wands. Now, if the King of Wands is you, this is saying to you, again, wands are passion and energy. It's knowing what you desire, what you want, not being afraid to ask for it. Not thinking, I can't have that. It's not good enough for me. You think, I want that and I want it now. Sorry, not I said that wrong. Not good enough for me. No, I'm not good enough to have that. That's what I meant to say. You have to break out of that mindset and think, I can have that. That is good enough. I am good enough to get that. So the King of Wands is very decisive and passionate person. This is what they're saying. We're pushing you to that passion. Take that passion and ride with it. So let's see what your lovers has got to say. So I'll say, oh, okay. I mean, that one and that one. Right, there you go. Look at that, look at that. Right. So here, there's your lovers embracing new love, or the throes of new love, sort of re-seeing a relationship. But that is two people embracing, loving each other, caring about each other, relationship. This, my loves, this is your victory card. This is success and victory. And this is your celebration card. So is it just putting them together? That is a successful relationship. That what you'll be doubting it. At this moment in time, people are separated. There's a lot of relationships that are doubting. I'm doing a lot of private readings around people that are separated and they're now mourning the other person and they're worrying and wondering. But in fact, when that relationship comes back in together, they will really come back together very, very close. It'll be better than it was before. And that's what this is about. There's your celebration. This is a relationship. If it's a new one being forged, that's telling you that this relationship's going to come power. As soon as it starts, it'll be like you've never seen it before. You've not known this before. This, if it's an existing relationship, when this pandemic is over, when you're getting back together and you're actually being close with each other, you'll just realise what you've been missing. It's really positive, those cards. So let's see your Six Pentacles, giving and receiving. Peter is back and he's sat behind me purring away. He actually got on the table during another reading. Twice. Oh, he's funny. It's called Peter, by the way, because my daughter named him after Pete Bennett that won Big Brother. He was born that same year. Okay. Right. There we go. So they've had enough now, so let's... Oh, it's interesting. See, Six Pentacles, yeah? That's your giving and receiving card. They sometimes call it a charity card because it's something coming into you. But I always feel with that card, it's work that you've already done. So these things you've already done there, laid the foundations for. This is taking the next step. This is looking out and thinking, oh, want to do this, don't know what to do next. Just the next step. That's all you need to do. Just think about what your next journey is. Example, if you've not even got the journey started off the ground, write a list. Exactly, one by one points. What do we need to do to start this off the ground? Even if the first one is Google information, write it down, do that. That's your first step. Whatever, even as small as it is. If you're already halfway through the process, then just take the next step. That's all that's asking you to do. It's not asking you to do anything big, just the next step. Your Two of Cups is about somebody else that sees your vision, partnership. See, something here that you're working towards. Just let me get a drink, Leos, sorry. So there's something else that you're working towards here. Something maybe that you've been planning for a while that you've just stopped. Maybe because of the pandemic, or maybe, you know, another reason, but you've just stopped with it. So this is telling you now, come on, the month of May is the month to start it up again. And there's somebody else that wants to talk about it with you and wants to become part of it. Could even be this lovers, you know, coming in, because this, I feel, even though this is a minor and this is a major, I feel the lovers is new. This is, it's, you know, it's like the next step. It's more intimate, drinking out of each other's cups. But, you know, we'll see. So for some of you, that could be this person here. Just be open to it. So let's see. Okay. That's your resting card, that. What I feel there is, let's have a look. There's your Hanged Man. Right. Going with the flow. I love this card because it's telling you, be spirit-led, go with the flow. This card here, this is saying to you, you're in a nice place. It's lovely that. You're under there with your person, with everything that you need, you know, everything just to sustain you. You're just resting there. Because that, for me, that card is saying you're only halfway. There's so much more to come and so much more to gain. So you're just resting. You're Hanged Man. Get yourself off that fence. The minute you want to, you can take yourself off that resting period and start moving again. So this indicates to me that this resting period is not brought in by spirit, it's you. You're going, right, okay, I'm okay where I am for the moment, but you have to realise that you've not achieved your full potential here, Leos. So I think, you know, the overall message is quite clear here. We've got Obsidian. It's about grounding and truth. Isis there is telling you that she's watching over you. She's beautiful, beautiful energy to work with. Don't copy, innovate. So again, be yourself. I think actually just sort of tune in a little bit. I feel like something's going to happen during May that's going to push you to think, do you know, actually, I've been living a false truth. And I want to be more myself. I feel, you know, people, how do I put it? Do you get, I feel like for some of you, you'll get people that are telling you, oh, you need to grow up now. No, nobody ever needs to grow up. As long as you're taking responsibility for yourself, you keep on having that fun. I went to Leeds Rock Festival one year, many years ago. In fact, it was the year that I think it was Prodigy and Axl Rose were on. I think the Foo Fighters headlined as well one night. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, Leos. And I was there, and I was newly single out of a long-term relationship, and I was with some young people from work. I say young people, there was a lot younger than me. And we saw, sat on the grass, an old couple. And I say old, they must have been 70s. A man and a woman sat with their arms around each other, holding their hands. Who was watching something like Weezer. And it was like, we stood there, and my friend, this young girl, she must have been only 21 at the time. And she said, I said, oh, look at that, how lovely is that? And she went, oh, they can't be married. And I said, what a cynical, you know, thing. And she said, oh, well, people get married. And, you know, she started going to the whole thing of, you know, you get fed up with each other. But this couple, they were old, they was enjoying it. They were still at the Leeds Rock Festival. And I found that really, you know, it's wonderful. Whether they were married or not, I don't know, because we never got to ask that. You didn't go over and ask them the question. But it was just the way my friend was very cynical about it. Well, you know, marriages don't work, but they do work if you find the right person. And it's not giving up your own identity. It's accepting the other person as an identity. That's how I feel it. There's something within that story for a Leo today, to know today, because that's something I've not thought about for a long time. So let's look at some of these. Okay, let's see. the next chapter is on its way. So that, a lot of loose ends to tie up in May, and I think the truth is going to hit you, and you're going to think, do you know what? If I want to get anywhere this, sort of this month, maybe even going into June, I feel that May is the realisation month, and you have to tie up loose ends and come away from negative people. A red one. Okay, they're telling me red. Let's have a red one. Okay. All right. You can do this, Leos. You can do it. Do not let anybody put you off. Do not let people say that you can't do it, you can't have this is your dream, you're thinking too high. Never dream too high. Isis is there protecting you. She's around you. Go with it. Yellow. They're giving me yellow. They're giving me colours this time. It's interesting. Sometimes I just pick. Other times Spirit are giving me colours. Okay. Don't overthink, go with the flow. Brilliant. So that's that one. So again, just especially during this time, if you're in isolation and you're sat in the house on your own, what is there to lose by doing exactly what you want? It's a fantastic thing, the freedom of thinking, I don't care if people don't like how I am, they can move on. And I'll let somebody else fill that gap that does like me. That is the best way to be. Because then you end up surrounded by people that you appreciate, that appreciate you, that you don't mind spending time with. It's great. It's a great freeing thing. Okay. Let's have a... Oh, there. You should dare to be different. There you go. Again, that's, it's that thing of not being scared to be who you are. I think this is going to be a real awakening month for you, Leo. And again, like I say, anybody, listening to this, take what you can from it. For some of you, you might be settled, you might be happy compromising, that's up to you. But I kind of think you've got to just, you've got to be able to be yourself. They're drawing my attention to a card. You can see it here. It's slid off the top, almost there. So I'm going to read it for you because they've given me that. Look at that, the wheel. Now, these are the power. The power tarot, the oracle cards, but they have a tarot feel to them. So the wheel, of course, is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah? One of my favourite cards. And it says on it, new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. This I feel for you, and I'm going to draw you another one of these. Oh, these two coming out to go with that. Okay. It's the Wheel of Fortune is a fate and movement card. So May is your movement. May is your time to stand up and be counted. These two that have come out with it, yeah? Stop defeating yourself, which means that you put obstacles in front of your own way. You can be successful. So how's that for an ending to the reading? That's amazing. I think for Leo, it should be a fantastic month. Fantastic. Of self-discovery and doing what you want and just embracing this isolation, learning to love yourself and be with yourself and do what you want. And then by the time the isolation finishes, you'll find yourself thinking, oh, I've got to go out into the world now. And then that'll be a whole new journey. And just embrace it. People don't like it, then you can't have people in your life that don't approve of you. If it's family, then just be like, well, this is it. This is who I am. This is who I've always wanted to be. I remember when I was 13-ish, I became a vegetarian and a goth. In the same year, much to my parents' dismay, they hated it. There was a whole scenario around my mum coming up and finding that I'd painted my bedroom black, and I bought the paint out my own spends because my dad had said, you want your bedroom black, you paint it. And I literally went and did it, and I won't even go into the argument that caused, but I the only time I came away from that whole lifestyle, I didn't stop being vegetarian, but I came away from the goth and the tarot and all the oracle stuff that I did, was when I started seeing somebody who completely changed me. And then when I came out of that relationship, I changed back to the person, and I'm so happy with who I am. And that's what I feel for you, Leos. I feel May is going to be a month of discovery, self-discovery, and realising the true you, and doing what you want, dressing how you want, behaving how you want, doing the you know, if you can't do the job that you want, making plans to work towards that job that you want, that you desire. So I hope that's been of use to you, and please like and share and subscribe as well. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm getting, you know, hopefully my videos will get better, more professional. You'll find me online as Warrior Chick 13. So do Google me. I am going to start an actual writing blog soon. I've done bits with that. I also do a daily guidance card on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Pinterest. So look out for those. Okay. Have a lovely day and enjoy your month of May, Leos.